What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I'm here to talk about one from the late 2000s. It is the Darwin Awards. So, the concept of the Darwin Awards is heavily influenced by the website of the same name. It was really popular at one point, and it basically did a lot of different colorful stories about real life people who died in really stupid ways, and they were posthumously awarded the Darwin Awards for making the gene pool better by taking themselves out of it, kind of backing up, Darwin's theory of survival of the fittest. It was a really dark website, and this movie is kind of dark as well. It follows a guy who used to be a detective. Now he's moved into risk assessment at an insurance company. He thinks that he has solved the mystery of how to find these Darwin Award people before they kill themselves in horrible ways, and therefore he could save the insurance company money by not having to pay out the claims. He teams up with one of the insurance company drones, played by Winona Ryder, and the two kind of go out into the world and investigate these various cases. And he's trying to accumulate all this different data, and he's also like super paranoid that something's going to happen to him as well. So he's extremely risk averse. And the movie also chronicles several of the stories, that take place that are these crazy, over the top, just wild deaths that happen in these odd ways, like strapping a jet engine onto a car, or a really wild situation that happens out on a frozen lake. So the movie is kind of dark, and it's also kind of funny. It's got a good cast. I feel like that when the movie really does well is when it focuses in on the Darwin Award stories, and there are several of them here. It's not just it's not just used for the branding purposes. You get to see quite a few of the stories play out, and it is really neat to see them. Some of them are very based on real life events. It's really cool to see them come to life, and as opposed to just reading them. So I really like that part of the story. What I didn't like is when it tried to become like a more personal story about the dude that was doing everything and his quasi potential romance with Winona Ryder. I thought it kind of fell apart in those scenes, but that has some funny scenes as well, as like when he gets stuck in the shower and stuff like that. But it just wasn't enough for me to really like the movie. I do, again, really like the Darwin Award scenes. I think they're really funny and really creative. Even though I guess whoever the people that really died should be given the credit for the creativity. But it's just a really uneven movie. I do really like the cast. It's got Joseph Fiennes and Winona Ryder obviously in the leads. They're both really good. They're both suited to the roles, but I just don't think they had very good chemistry. And again, I thought the movie definitely kind of ground to a halt whenever the focus is on them and their relationships. It's also got quite a few famous people in smaller parts. Trying to think of some of them. Tim Blake Nelson, Juliana Margulies, David Arquette, Juliette Lewis, Robin Tunney, Chris Penn. Chris Penn is really funny in this. He's got a small role, but he's really good. So the Darwin Award stories are brought to life with some recognizable people, some really funny people as well. So I like the Darwin Awards. It's a really hard one to recommend, though, because it's so inconsistent and uneven. But if you are a fan of the Darwin Awards website, or you go and check it out, and then you're like, hey, that sounds really cool, definitely check this out. It's worth it if you're interested in the crazy, almost Rube Goldberg type deaths some of these people endure. But if you want it for like a total movie, or because you see like Winona Ryder in it, probably I would advise you take a pass, because it's just really not that good. And the best parts are definitely the Darwin Award sequences. The DVD is available from 20th Century Fox. As of this review anyway, there's not a Blu-ray available. And like I said, this movie has definitely fallen into the crevice of late 2000s movies that people seem to just never talk about anymore. So I would think if it ever comes out on Blu-ray, it'll be in like a Mill Creek multi-pack or something. But the Blu-ray from 20th Century Fox, or the DVD, I'm sorry, looks fine. The transfer it looks like a DVD. Doesn't look as good as... obviously it doesn't look as good as Blu-ray, but I honestly don't even think it looks that great for a DVD. It's very soft. It's just not that great. I mean, certainly watchable and good, but definitely not great. The extras are a promotional EPK kit behind the scenes, nothing special. Cast and crew interviews, which are, again, just like, it was a pleasure working with so-and-so, or, a little tidbit about the Darwin Awards. Nothing. It's all, promotional fluff, and then some still photos. So the disc is okay. But definitely not great. The transfer's not that great. The extras are definitely forgettable. But it's super cheap. I think it was like 98 cents on Amazon. So at least it's not a big, it's not a big investment if you want to check it out. So that's my review of the Darwin Awards. Thank you so much for watching it. If you want to help me out here on the site, you can follow me on at Marc Fusion on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all that kind of fun stuff. You can also go to my website, markfusion.com, where I've got tons and tons and tons of other reviews that you can check out. And then also, if you want to really go the extra mile, just check out some of my older videos on here. Give me a sub on here. Anything that'll help my view count or my, or my sub count on here. That's what YouTube stupid algorithm is driven on. So thank you so much for checking out this video. I do sincerely appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon.